Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. And the Vols will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Florida Gators offense takes the field to start this game off. They went to overtime last year in Knoxville, and even though the Big Orange got the win, this was a bit of a turning point for Florida in a positive way, and one that likely propelled them the rest of the year.
It was, and I know a lot of Florida Gators look back on that game and think that that's one they really should have won. In the first half of that game, they kept shooting themselves in the foot in the first half, down close in Tennessee territory. But at the end of the day, was Tennessee able to pull away? And every time these two teams play, Dave, there's no love lost. Expect this one to be close again.
No love lost, and I tell you what, I was left one.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Guys, let's chat about Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Gators will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Volunteers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Pressure coming. And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
He did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Throwing right. He makes the catch. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Newton. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9. Line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team the program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Get it out on the screen. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Vols will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll try the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ball. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
The give to the back. Trucks through the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Running back searching for a hole.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Lagway. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going right and going deep. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Clark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on second down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Got it in the middle. It's Livingston. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to go up top on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, Florida-Tennessee never disappoints. We figured this could be a dynamite matchup all week, and it has delivered.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Staley. Nice move. Creates some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Vols in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Gators have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the screen. He did not make it, a stone wall on third down. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
Break. Double. Red 29.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. On the run, it's Thomas. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time where you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Tennessee, 0.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. From the gun to Gill, looking for room. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it push up front and go get positive yardage.
The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Makes the catch. It's Staley.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard.
There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming into this one.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's ball. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, but they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Complete on the comeback. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a gun.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the ball's moving quickly to the line. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. He's been under pressure all season, and they really turning it on. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. And tackled there by the defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got him. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together. Down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 300